I want to talk about expectation. I want to be able to talk, but I want to talk about expectation today and the expectations that we hold on ourselves. So the most common one that a lot of people have, I certainly had a lot of, is perfectionism. If we really break down what that is, it's us holding an expectation or holding a standard for us to be a certain way in all situations, maybe even, or at least in some situations. And that expectation is just so unrealistic, right? It's expecting us to be the best version of ourselves at all times. And that's unachievable. And then we punish ourselves internally for not reaching that. Where how can we, even if we look back at our own past actions, if I look back at how I acted in some situations 3 years ago, I would act differently now. And of course, I had 3 years to grow. I had 3 years to develop myself, to build new habits. So why would I hold that standard to that version of me 3 years ago? The same way in this moment now, 3 years in the future, I know I'm going to do a better job. I know I'm going to act more skillfully in different situations. Why would I hold myself to that standard now? So I think when we take these terms, especially these terms that serve us, like me holding on to perfectionism in the earlier stages of my life, that served me, that helped me like be detail oriented and grind and have a certain level of success. But that caught up with me and I learned a better way. And it's not just perfectionism, but that's the common one. So I wanted to start there of redefining these things to a more truthful definition can help give us leverage to see if it serves us or not. Like if you're a perfectionist and that serves you and helps you, then keep that label, keep rocking it. Um, but it's certainly in terms of my life and my clients, that perfectionism came with a big cost. And when we really break down what it means, define it, then we can decide more accurately if it's something we want to keep or something that we want to let go of. And it doesn't just stop at perfectionism with these expectations. Like if you're starting a new skill, it's expected that you're going to stumble, that you're going to fail, that it's going to be uncomfortable. That's the norm. That's the expectation. But so many of us will hold an unrealistic, a false expectation that it's supposed to feel good the whole way. And that's just not what growth looks like. That's not what learning a new skill looks like. That's not how we learn to walk, right? We learned how to walk by falling and crying and riding a bike, scraping our knees and crying. Like that is the process of getting better, comes with some emotions that we might label as negative, or comes with some pain, or certainly comes with discomfort. So when we hold that expectation, when it comes, it doesn't mean that we're doing something wrong. It actually means we're doing something right. Same with fear. When fear rises up, when, again, we're not talking about like, oh, I'm gonna get hit by a bus, or, oh, someone's pointing a gun at me. We're not talking about life or death fear. We're talking about like being exposed fear. What will this person think fear? Like if I have this level of success, then I'm afraid, blah, 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 blah. We're talking about that kind of fear where there's nothing really at risk other than our precious little thoughts and ideas of ourselves. Um, when, when that fear rises up, then we can see that more honestly for what it is. It's a symptom of us growing aggressively. It's a symptom of us having a quantum leap. It's not, oh no, I did something wrong. It's, oh yes, I've done something so right that I'm moving energy not just in my head, but in my whole body and my whole nervous system. So setting these realistic expectations. Um, Truthful is a word I like better, right? Like you don't need to dream realistically. A lot of the dreams that we have, other people can even call unrealistic. But the truth of what that is going to feel like and what that process is going to look like is so, so important to get in alignment with that, so that when those things happen, that certainly will, that doesn't dissuade us and cause us to drift, cause us to move away from it thinking something's wrong when it's actually the opposite. So the labels that we're putting on things and the meaning that we're building when something happens. This goes deep. This is a powerful one, right? It's easy to, for someone to even say something to you and you decide what they're thinking, or that other analogy that I just said of fear rising up and we're deciding that that's a stop sign. When we see more honestly ourself and the meaning that we're building out of these situations, it helps us shift it deeper into the truth that these things don't mean, and like, it's neutral. It's okay to have these feelings come up. We don't know what someone else's experience is in a situation. We don't know what someone else is thinking. So if we're going to build a story on that information, does it make it more likely or less likely for us to move forward? And if it makes us less likely to move forward, and it's not based on things that we actually know, and when I say actually know, I mean what someone has said or vocalized, not what we think someone's thinking, what's actually been brought to the table. Or even if something's been brought to the table, let's say you post something and there's a hater who makes a negative comment. Like, that could stop someone from moving forward. The truth is, when you're speaking authentically, something just hit the roof. I have a lot of really big trees, and when it's windy, it hits the roof. I don't know if you heard that, but when you're speaking authentically and coming from who you are, it's going to be a little bit polarizing to some people. And if you have someone say a negative comment, or if you have haters on your following, that means that you're actually growing. That means that you're actually sharing your message wide enough that people that don't resonate with it are hearing it. And that's a good thing. Because if we do the opposite of hide our message to try to protect ourselves, we can't have the impact that we're desiring to have. Our reach is so limited, as opposed to being able to express and actually have the impact in people's lives and make these changes. I'm taking care of my dad, and he has Alzheimer's, and he is right up by the door, so I may need to pause this video for just a second to take care of him. Wait for it. And I don't know what he's doing. I'm gonna go check him out. I'm gonna pause this for just a second and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I think that's a really great analogy on this too, is like, back to this perfectionism and expectations and expressing yourself and sharing your message. Like, even this idea of what we have as perfect or professionalism doesn't serve in the way that we think. Like, we're all just humans. We're going to make mistakes. Sometimes we're gonna record a video and a distraction is gonna come. And that's okay. It's okay to leave that in the video. It's okay for that to happen. That's what life is. It doesn't have to be this, like, okay, this is all of Sean and we show this part because it's the professional side so that it has like credibility or whatever ideas that we have. It's like, the more that you're willing to show, the deeper someone can get a sense of who you are. And then you can attract those people into your world to be able to actually have an impact. And that's where the magic is. That's where we actually make that impact. That's how we actually grow a business and actually grow a brand. We don't have to say words perfectly. We can stumble on them sometimes. Like, that's the type of expectation, right? We can, I think, especially from just coming through this school system that's very proper and designed to have rules and structures because there's all these people from all these different places and they need a certain level of order, then we can think like that's how life is. Or if we have a corporate job with a certain structure and professionalism in this, right? This isn't, that's so far different than building a personal brand. Like, the goals of that school system, the goals of that company are nowhere near the same of the goals of building a coaching business, building an energy healing business, building your own brand. They're trying, yeah, I'm not even getting into that, but like, it's not the same game. And if we try to play it the way that they're playing it, we're missing out on all the advantages we have. And at the core of all of these things that I'm saying right here is it's just to keep your power and to radiate the energy that you want to radiate. And we pick up all these things in our life and these definitions and these meanings, and most of them just aren't true. And the more and more we can let these go by opening up our awareness to who we actually are, how we're actually acting, how we're actually defining these things, and deciding to choose if that's what a belief that we want to hang on to, if that actually serves us, or if we want to let go of that, let go of some of these stories, let go of these meanings, to be able to be more of who it is that we are and let ourselves fully express ourselves and not close off the parts that at some point in our life we learned aren't supposed to be there, but it's so untrue. So that is my message for today. Just thank you. I'm on day 11 of posting, and this has been so fun. There's 50 subscribers now, and although these numbers are, in the big picture, still quite small, to me it means so much that 50 people have decided to sign up and take a peek at what I have to say from time to time. Really means so much. So thank you.